Good morning, everybody. I'm sure by now you are now used to, when you see us showing up, that we are doing a special program. This one does not differ from the rest that we've done. It's a special program that we are doing just to give you more information so that you learn and educate yourself. Because the more informed, you know, the better we become a better nation or a better soccer nation. My name is the Sober Boys Walifatsi from TBR Solution Sport Program. This morning, I want us to discuss something that I saw on the social media. I normally say, social media has liberated us. Gone are the days whereby we would rely on particular, organizations. They control the narrative, all right? So anybody can do it now. And for me, I feel that we are liberated. So I just want to discuss something that I saw, and then you decide whether my opinion is correct or the opinion of the person who said it is correct, or what is your take? In fact, I don't have much opinion, but except to share what I saw. Now, today, according to the president of Ahly, he says Kaizer Chiefs is the second best team in the continent. That's not me. That's Ahly president. Now, I want to share that with you. I hope I'll be able to see it. Let's see. Yeah, this is, as you can see, I pick up this on Facebook. I don't know whether it's from Ahly site, and then apparently they feel that Kaizer Chiefs is the second best team in the continent. He says, I always wanted to know Kaizer Chiefs. That's the president of Ahly. When the rank always came out about the top teams in Africa, there was always this club behind us on the ranks, on the second place, which is Kaizer Chiefs. So I always ask myself that they are really a big club until I saw their village and trophies cabinet. I can assure you that they really deserve to be the second team behind Ahly in Africa. Unfortunately, in recent years, they have been going through a rough time. But I told the club president that we must have a meeting on how we can revive this club again, because it's really deserved to be considered a most feared club in Africa, African football. Now that's the president of Ahly saying it. It's not me, and it's not Kaizer Chiefs, but the president of Ahly. We heard what Coach Pitso Musimane said, I went to the village for the first time. He has been there before, but he never went deep to inspect the place. And I remember we did a special program on this one. And then he said, what I saw amazed me. And he went further, that this is the best facility in Africa. And he included another team. I just forgot. Now, the president of Ahly is alluding to that. Now, he says they are the second best team in the continent. So I don't know. I'm sure Mamelodi Sundowns fans would love to challenge that one, especially on the playing field. Orlando Pirates fans, they may have something about that one. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying, what's your take? Is this statement correct according to you? Remember, Kaizer Chiefs is our team in our country. If it's being recognized outside South Africa, those are good news. We know that when it comes to South African football, they've been dominating, especially in the field of play, in terms of titles, in terms of sponsorship, they've been dominating. So I don't know whether you agree with this statement or not. All right. So I don't know the reasons behind the president of Al Ahly to say, this is the man, the president of Al Ahly, whom his team has won 13 CAF Champions League. All right. So it's not just an ordinary guy. Now, I want to get it from you. You agree or disagree? All right. He alluded that they've just gone through the slum. And then he then suggested that he told Dr. Kaizer that they should meet so that he can see how can he help to revive the team. That's football for you. If you agree or you disagree, give me your reasons. That's all I wanted to share for you. And then there's quite a lot of news that I want to share on this special program. And then, yeah, so that's the view of the president of Al Ahly. And then I don't know what's your take. Now let's share another one on this special program. Okay. Now, this is attributed to Coach Stuart Baxter. All right. I don't know whether it's as you can see, Premier League updates on social media. He says, no. For me, there's no best coach in football. Okay, take Pep Guardiola, for instance. Give him Cheaper United and see if he can win DStv Premium. Even Klopp won't survive as Baroka FC coach to prove that there is not best coach in football. Why Zidane refused to coach Newcastle? Now you see. For me, players are the ones that can make a better coach. For example, Coach Mokoena, apparently this is Rulani Mokoena, failed at as a cheaper coach, but he's winning as Sundowns coach because of players around him. Give me Haaland and Mbappe and Dembele, I'll win everything in Africa. Another statement. Do you agree with Stuart Baxter or what's your take? All right. Just giving you examples. Rulani Mokoena, he was with Cheaper United. He struggled. He's now with Sundowns. He's doing well. So that is his argument. So what's your take? Do you really think that Stuart Baxter is correct? But let me come from this perspective. This is my opinion. I believe there can always be the coach, the best coach. I'll give you an example. Look at Barcelona. They had Kiki Setien. They had Koeman. Before Koeman, there was another gentleman. Before Kiki Setien, there was another one. They have been struggling to get Barcelona right. Because my argument is when you are a coach, and then you are selected, when you are a coach, you decide which players you want. It's your choice. Of course, you talk to technical staff. I don't know whether Stuart Baxter has chosen his players, but if my memory serves me well, in one of the publication, Stuart Baxter said when Chiefs recruited him, he said he wanted a free rein. He does not want any restriction. That was one of the conditions. Unless I'm wrong, because I can be wrong, I rely on reports that I get. And then he said, I came to Chiefs because I was told that I'll have a free reign. Now go back to Xavi. Xavi came to Barcelona. Even Laporta did not have much confidence in him. Hence, he was dilly-dallying when he was supposed to appoint Xavi. Look, Xavi has just put an excellent squad. Within a short space of time, Koeman could have done that. Setien could have done that. He went for the young man from Man City, Torres, and then he said to Dembele was not sure whether he has to say at Barcelona or what. He said to Dembele, you are the best player in the world. I value you. So I want you in this team. Irrespective of the owner of the team having said to him, no. We are going to keep him in the stands until the contract expires. Now, it's a question of how the coach relate to the players. And then I'm sure he had a word in terms of bring back Adama Traore to the team. And then look the way he set up the team. Look the way he countered Madrid during the El Clasico. He could have played Dani Alves on that position, right back. One way or another, he chose to play Araujo. And Araujo played Vinicius Jr. out of the game. All right? And then Alves was on the bench. So, and his tactics ensured that Barcelona give Madrid 4 of the best. So I don't know. That's my opinion. You have your opinion. That's the coach's opinion. That to say it's the players that makes a good coach. I don't know. I don't know whether you agree or disagree with the statement. So that's according to Stuart Baxter. Now, let's see what is the other news that I want to share with you on this special program. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm sure you also have a view. You can tell what you think, all right? Now, this is a statement, somebody on Facebook, talking about Njabulo Ngobo. He says Njabulo Ngobo is the best defender, all right? He said, if you're a best defender, you don't have to be a rough tackler or what. He says you need to use brains. He made a lot of comparison. Van Dijk, you said you can see. Van Dijk doesn't tackle hard. He used brains, you know? And then he backed up his argument that saying probably Swallows is losing due to the departure of Ngobo. I think it's high time that Swallows need to look at themselves. You know what? These teams whereby, you know, you have a best player and then people come knocking at your door to take your best player and then you succumb and get the money. It really destabilized the team. And then he said, over and above, that season he became the best defender for the season. Now, he said, I've been constantly trying to ignore the agenda against Njabulo Ngobo in the Facebook platform, but I don't know whether those people are paid or what. That is his argument. That's not my argument. I've realized that there are people who are saying Njabulo Ngobo is not good. He's not a good defender. He doesn't tackle. He's slow. Wow, guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say this, but you don't know football. It's clear paid agenda against the guy. Just because a defender goes in, tackles, and and aggressive, it doesn't mean he's a good defender. The likes of Nyauza, Hlajwayo, Matoho, Cardoso are good examples, aggressive, but useless defenders. There are a lot of aspects considered to be a footballer, right? So this is his argument. As I was saying, he said people should use brains. I don't know whether you agree with him or not. I remember at some point in one of the conferences, I asked Coach Stuart Baxter, I said, Coach, I've seen in one of the publications that Njabulo says he prefers to play in the in the in central defense. Will you take him there? Then the coach's answer was, yeah, I will play him, of course, but only if he's the best central defender that we have for that particular game. But he's a coach, he knows better. He's a coach, very experienced coach. So he analyzed the game. So I don't know what's your take. So those are some of the issues that I wanted us to discuss. But nevertheless, there are some issues again that I want to discuss with you. So I hope you'll be able to understand some of the issues that I want to raise with you. So those were some matters that I raised in terms of Jabulo. And then while they are still there, I'm sure you've noticed that Tim Suwazi, boss of TS Galaxy, is asking questions. If Mando Mazala is the CEO of the PSL, is it right or wrong? What's your take? Does he have a point? Let's look around the world. Do we have CEOs or chairmen who are running teams also running the league football? Of course, we knew how did it came about. The board of directors in our league, they were worried that, people are taking them for granted and they've worked for this, especially after the tenure of the gentleman who was the CEO. He ended up in jail. I've just forgotten the name. So they wanted to handle things themselves. So I don't know whether is it a bad thing for them to do that or it's not a bad thing. I don't know what's your take. So those are some of the things that I want us to look at, and then probably and share some knowledge. If you think that really there is a conflict of interest for Mrs. Mazala as a CEO of the PSL, that makes her judgment not to be correct. I don't know. Have you seen that? If you have seen it, so give us your argument. So those are some of the issues that I wanted to raise on this special program. Not only that, now the last item that I want to raise is this one. This one excites me most. I'll tell you why it excites me most. Let's see. This one excites me most. I think it's this one. Why it excites me most is because we're a company that specializes on finance, and as a result, our objective is to see people liberated. You'll never be liberated if you don't have money. I've done a show not long ago about J Master J. Just watch that show, The Death of J Master J, one of the best rappers and DJ in America, who died long time ago, which took years for his issue to be resolved. And you could see that the issue centers around money. So hence the topic of that show was, is money the root of evil or the tool to liberation? If you haven't seen that show, just check it on our YouTube channel and then listen to that show. All right. Now, Shaba, he says, the minute I turned professional, all right, in other words, when he became professional, that's when he started planning for life after football. Never waited. He never said, no, I'll plan when I retire. I did not wait to earn 5 digits to start saving. That's what he said. He said, I started when I was earning 200 rand at Alexander United. Oh, I didn't know that at amateur level people are earning. When we were playing football, even if I never went to another, it was for free. So he said, I never started saving at that age uh, when he was earning 200 rand. Since then, I never stopped saving. I knew at some point there are going to be rainy days. At some point, this career is going to end. At some point, I'm going to have kids. Money is important. It carries and gives you the freedom to do things you want to do at your own time as well. That's it. You've said it in mouthful, Shaba. I hope one day I'll be able to interview you. I know that your agent, um, Jasmine Maslachane, a very good friend of mine. I've been struggling to get hold of Jasmine to have an interview. I still want an interview with Jasmine, and I'm hopeful and I'll be able to convince him to allow me to interview you, and hopefully you'll agree because that's the subject close to my heart. So for me, big up to you. It's very important, and I continue to say it's about understanding how money works. That's very important because if you don't know how money works, then that's where problems are going to, emerge. And then money is something else. If you go again on our YouTube channel, there is a show where I teach about money. I tell you the history of money, what is money, instead of what is money in the form of currency and what is the real money. So once you understand those things, then you'll be able to do good things. I hope you benefited. But before I leave, I want you to listen to the following. So it would be nice for you to listen to the following. Hi, everybody. My name is the Sobri Boys Wanafatsi from the Big R or TBR Solution. One of the companies owned by TBR Solution is the Big R Financial Services, an authorized financial service provider. I'm sure you have noticed that the past few months or so, we've seen a lot of deaths, and those deaths are attributed to mental illness. Mental illness can be caused by anything, can be caused by stress, depression, and stress and depression can be caused by a number of things. Lack of finances, or financial problem, or social problem, or marital problem. So they cause all those problems. We in the financial sector, we see it almost now and again because we work with various organizations like GPF, Independent Fund Organization. But while I'm still there, let me stress, we don't have a formal relationship with GPF, but we work with them because most of our people are from there. Now, working with those people, you know very well that people who are working for the government, they're expected to retire at the age of 60 and above, right? If you retire earlier than that, then you are being penalized by GPF. And sometimes people say, no, I need money. So what do? They resign. They say, no, let the money go to my bank account. Once you do that, you are tax heavy. So you need to bear that in mind, okay? But now, let's say for argument's sake, you are 55 as we speak and above, and you are contemplating of either resigning or going on pension in the next 3 months or so, just drop us a WhatsApp so that we help you to expedite for your payment. Because according to the GPF rules and, and pension fund law, once a client or a member receive an SMS that they've received your forms, that means they have 60 days to complete the process. And mind you, the 60 days is a maximum. It doesn't mean it has to take 60 days. It's a maximum. Now, sometimes we see people, they don't get their money for 2 to 3, 4, 5 months, 6 months, even more, or a year or so. And then there, the problem could emanate either from the GPF side, employer side, a member himself. So what we do, we try to expedite that process by making sure that we understand the workings of GPF. If it's a member, we help him to do the right thing. The same with GPF, the same with employer organization. Now, remember, as I have already said, that with GPF, it's 60 and above. Now, and then we say if you're 55 or more, you can contact us. And another good element is this, with the fund that we are working with. There is a whole lot of flexibility. You can decide how much you earn. That's how flexible it is. And if, let's say, you pass on, you and your spouse, you can nominate anyone. You are not limited to your immediate family, like your biological children or an officially adopted children. Remember, even your children, they can benefit as long as they're 22 and below. But with us, it doesn't matter. They can be above 22, they can be your elders, or they will still benefit because you nominated them. And then we try by all means that when we take the money from GPF and invest with credible fund organization, we try by all means that you are list text, all right? And then, and even you are not punished because you are not taking the money, because you are taking to another fund. So which means an independent and credible fund. So it means that there's no need to tax you more. So those are some of the advantages that are there. So you need to bear that in mind. And then if you want to know more, just drop us a WhatsApp on our WhatsApp number. Then we'll call you back. You don't have to call us. We'll call you back and see how can we expedite it. I thank you.